Please remain standing for the invocation to be led by UP College of Mass Communications Alumni Association Board Member Jingjing Romero.
Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together this afternoon. We bow our heads to you in thanksgiving and praise for giving us this time with our mentors, our classmates, batchmates, fellow alumni, and friends of the college. We thank you, O Lord, for the blessing of UPCMC, an institution that has educated us, molded us, and prepared us for the years ahead. We are grateful for the businesses and the professions you have enabled us to be involved in. Enlighten us, O Lord, in our way as we lead and inspire people engaged in the organizations, in the industries, and communities that we serve. Allow us the mastery of your will for the roles you want us to play in your divine plan. Grant us, O Lord, the grace to share the good news, to share how we have been all these years, to lift and edify old friends, and help us make new ones. We pray, Lord, that we may be able to share our aspirations for the college in the spirit of camaraderie and friendship with all those here today. Please give us the wisdom, Lord, to help shape new generations of communicators in this world. In our daily existence, may you make us all instruments of the truth and not bring harm to others through word or deed. Holy Father, please send us the Holy Spirit to guide us and to inspire us to do good, to work for the better, and produce only what is best for our college. All these things we pray through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Glory and Good Times, the Glory Awards Night 2018. Our host for the evening, all proud alumni of the UP College of Mass Communication. Let's welcome Hillbilly Willie, Ramon Bautista, and Miss Pia Guanyo.
Howdy, Judy!
Hello!
Hello and good evening.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Second Glory Awards. It's so nice to be back home for the Second Glory Awards. I was here last year for the very first. And suki na po ako dito. Thank you, Tita Malu. And it's so nice to know that this is already an annual event that the UPCMC Alumni Association has.
Yes, it is, because there are a lot of CMC alumni who deserve to be recognized, not only for their efforts in their respective fields, but also for the pride that they bring to the College of Mass Communications. Tonight, we will be honoring 12 of those outstanding alumni.
Ayan, syempre, ang pinunta natin dito to honor those who bring honor to the college. Ako naman, isang malaking honor sa akin, makasama kayong dalawa.
Si Sir Willie, ang ganda pala talaga ng boss.
Kaya nga eh.
Ang lamig-lamig.
Golden
Grabe.
Boys, pang golden anniversary talaga. Yung dating,
Polero talaga kayo. No?
Last year, Sir Willie, dapat nandito daw kayo, kaso lang umatras kayo nung nagkatanungan ng student number.
Grabe!
May trivia na yun?
Huwag nang ganunan. Anyway.
Anong tanungan ng student number?
Oo, student number 6801082.
Yun, proud na proud.
Why is it that we can't remember our 10 numbers, but our UP student numbers we can remember?
Amazing, is
Mas
it?
maganda kasi yung memory sa UP kaysa memory sa paying tax.
Oo.
Yan, tama.
Gagamitin mo kasi sa lahat ng bagay. Yung student number mo, you have to fill out a lot of forms. Anyway, we're here tonight to do and thank our friends who have helped make the 2018 Glory Awards and the UP CMC Alumni Homecoming Night possible. Front Row, Ibarra Watches, together with our co-sponsors, Tape Incorporated, Smart Communications, and Maynilad. Special thanks also go to our alumnus, the gifted and generous R.S. Francisco. the founder and CEO of Front Row.
We'd also like to thank the following donors: the Hannah Bethany Scholarship Foundation, ABS-CBN, GMA Network, Page One, Redwood Water Park Resort, Jack Built Industries, Forming Access and Support Incorporated, Chris Roque, Sea Oil, Avida Land, Sarimon Food Corporation, and McDonald's. At paalala lang po, open bar po tayo a little later on in the evening. Yung iba, nakapag-open bar na eh. Naamoy ko na eh.
Siyempre.
And we have Ralph's Wines and Spirits and GSM Mobile Bar to thank for that. At pati na rin po yung mga alumni na nagdala ng sarili nilang mga bote.
Ayan.
Good job. Sariling sikap.
Kaya dapat pinapalakpakan natin yung mga yan eh, no? Palakpakan naman dyan.
Tama.
Prepared.
Yes.
And syempre, speaking of inuman, di ba? Inuman tayo mamaya. May mga special guests din tayo. Meron ding sayawan, kantahan, and of course, dinner. Ayan yung excited tayong
Buti
kumain.
naman.
Yung mga iba dyan, hindi pa nga kumakain eh. Para lang sa dinner mamaya eh. At syempre, ilalabas ko rin syempre ang mahiwagang fish bowl.
Yun na.
Yun.
Full.
Oo, syempre. Huwag nyo iwawala yung mga ticket stubs nyo. Gusto nyo, hint ng mga ipamimigay mamaya.
Sige nga.
Sige nga.
Nako, eto, matitindi to. No? May, ayoko pang sabihin eh.
Game, please.
Sabihin ko
Just
na ba?
yan. Clue lang, clue.
Sabihin ko na ba, mga bibiyahe tayo, magpapagas, malalaman natin kung ano yung oras,
Wow.
and many more, syempre.
O, ayan na. Loaded po yung statement na yan ni Ramon.
O yan, ano? So, kaya yung mga raffle stubs nila, dapat tinatago nila.
Tago
yan,
nyo
no?
po yan and make sure that you stay until the end of the event.
Oo.
Dahil syempre hindi natin yan ira-raffle sa start ng event.
Kasi the
Kamustahin
biggest
mo?
prize is dun
ending.
sa hulihan eh.
Of course.
Tama, oo.
And don't forget to post and go live on social media with the hashtag Glory and Good Times 2018. Nagpapa-millennials na rin ang ating mga alumni.
May hashtag. Ano uli yung hashtag? Ulitin natin.
Hashtag Glory and Good Times 2018 because for sure, it's going to be a great homecoming for all of us tonight.
And now, to formally welcome you all to this glorious affair, we'd like to give you the president of the UP
Ayan.
College of Mass Communications Alumni Association. Would you please welcome the one, the only Miss Palou, Chara Fagor!
UP Vice President for Public Affairs and Alumni Office Director Wendell Capili, College of Mass Communication Dean Elena Pernia, Doctora Aurora Bauson, sister of our beloved First Dean Gloria Feliciano, members of the Gloria Awards Board of Jurors, at higit sa lahat, sa mga minamahal kong Kapla Ridel, isang maganda at makabuluhang hapon sa inyong lahat. Is happy to serve by staging the annual UP Mascom Alumni Homecoming, however backbreaking it can be. To give greater meaning to our reunion, we proudly present to the world some of our best and brightest achievers. Congratulations to the 12 recipients of the 2018 Glory Awards. Thanks to last year's well-attended homecoming and First Glory Awards, plus other fundraising efforts, the board was able to provide seed money of $500,000 pesos for a student assistance program. This fund will initially help graduating students complete their thesis requirements. Another goal is to buy equipment needed for film, TV production, and research projects of students. You can help sustain this program for the long term by attending our homecoming every year, I hope. Tonight shall also recall the good times I shared with one of UP Mascom's treasures, who sadly left us this year. Twice, he led our Alumni Association as president, and he organized some of our most memorable UP Mascom homecomings. Matitiri-eyed ako. Direk Mario, De Los Reyes, wherever you are, this show is dedicated to you. With all our love, respect, and gratefulness. Okay, I hope I can continue this. To close, I just want to repeat what our university president, Danny Concepcion, has said so well. UP Masscom indeed has many more unsung heroes aside from its handful glory awardees. They are those working quietly, unrecognized, and behind the scenes. Talents nurtured in Plaridel Hall are now helping millions connect, interact, and better acknowledge each other. After all, only through effective communication can our society truly achieve progress, live so co-equally and in harmony. I wish to thank the college for supporting the Glory Awards again this year. Hats off as well to my fellow board trustees for unselfishly pooling your well-rounded talents. Your teamwork really made tonight possible. I hope everyone will enjoy the flowing drinks, the entertainment, the glorious speeches, the raffle prizes, but most of all, the precious good times with your lifelong friends from UP Masscom. Muli, isang magandang hapon po sa inyo. Tonight. To help me welcome all of you and to open tonight's festivities, I would like to call in a partner, advocate and friend of the UP CMCA, CMC Dean, Dr. Elena Pernia.
Dr. Wendell Capili, Miss Malu Mangahas, Dr. Leslie and Dr. Aurora Bauzon, Aurora Bauzon, I remember from my younger days, GF used to call you si Auring. Mr. Jing Magsaysay, who the three of them represent our founding dean, Dr. Gloria Feliciano, our outstanding Glory awardees, my friends, and my co-alumni. Good afternoon. There's a song that rings in my head right now, and it's a song I think that will be familiar to a good number of you. It's a song from the 1960s, and every once in a while, we still hear it. You may be familiar with that song, which has the title, Turn, Turn, Turn. Or maybe you know the words of Ecclesiastes 3 of the Old Testament, from which the words of turn, turn, turn are taken almost verbatim. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep, a time to build up, I'm sorry, technology. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace, and I swear it's not too late. The song reminds us that the divine has made everything beautiful in its time, that there is a time and a place for everything. The song also reminds that despite the twists and turns that punctuate our daily lives, in time, there are things that do come full circle. In my own life, at the University of the Philippines and at the Institute and College of Mass Communication, I have had several cases of these full circles. I have grown from student to become a teacher, and I have become teacher to the children of my students. As dean, I have seen and overseen the rise and fall of UP Diliman tuition. In my first term as dean, UP tuition rose incredibly by 300% from 300 pesos per unit to 1,000. In my second term as dean, because of Republic Act 10931, and which UP Diliman was first implemented, was first to implement, there is 0 pesos per unit. In my first term, I had approached several donors, including our co-alumna, Senator Legarda, for funds to finish the construction of the film building of our media center. Roughly 9 years later, in 2016, during my second term, the building was finally completed. There is a time for things. Tonight's homecoming is definitely a time to celebrate, to laugh and dance in celebration of the achievements and contributions of the alumni of the Institute and College of Mass Communication. This year's Glory Awards may also be full circle. It's a full circle occasion for 12 of our own, exemplars whose idealism was nurtured within Plaridel Hall. My greetings of thanks, peace, congratulations, good luck, good health to all of us, my co-alumni, my good friends of the College of Mass Communication, the best school of communication and media in the country. Mabuhay ang kolehiyo ng pangmadlang komunikasyon. The college and the Alumni Association is lucky to have great friends, is lucky to have good alumni such as yourselves who come to our events on the slightest invitation. I'd like to introduce one of these good friends, Dr. Wendell Capili, AVP for Public Affairs and Director of the Office of Alumni Relations, representing another good friend, our President, Danilo Concepcion. Ladies and gentlemen, AVP Wendell.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Bagamat hindi po ako galing sa UP College of Mass Communication, ako po'y galing sa College of Arts and Letters. I've been teaching for 30 years and I must have had thousands of students from the College of Mass Communication. At isa po dahilan kaya po ako nagstay dito sa universidad ay dahil po sa kagalingan ng mga mag-aaral na nagmula po sa UPCMC. So mabuhay po kayong lahat. Babasahin ko po ang talumpati po ng ating Pangulo Danilo L. Concepcion. Siya po ay lumipad patungong Europa kahapon sapagkat marami po siyang meeting sa mga alumni at magbe-benchmark po siya sa mga top universities po doon. Ito po ang kanyang mensahe. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ikinagagalak kong makasama kayong lahat ngayong gabi kung kailan ipinagdiriwang natin ngayon ang muling pagsama-sama ng ilang henerasyon ng mga UP Masscom alumni sa inyong ika-53 homecoming at reunion ng Kolehiyo ng Pangmadlang Komunikasyon ng Universidad ng Pilipinas. Hindi lang yan. Ngayong gabi, magbibigay pugay tayo sa 12 piling Masscom alumni na pararangalan ngayon sa ikalawang Glory Awards. Sila ay kinikilala sa kanilang kahusayan at tapat na paglilingkod sa kanilang mga larangan sa periodismo, broadcasting, research at film. Ito ang parangal ang Glory Awards o Gawad Feliciano na isa ring pagkakilala sa unang direktor at dekanang ng UP Institute of Mass Communication, si Dr. Gloria D. Feliciano. Sa ilalim ng kanyang pamamahala at pamamatnubay, unang hidubog ang kolehiyong kinilala natin ngayon simula noong itinatag ito bilang Republic Act No. 4379, ang Institute of Mass Communication or IMC noong 1965. Ayon sa batas, ang IMC ay inaatasang magbigay ng profesional at pinakamataas na antas ng pagsasanay, pananaliksik at extension services sa iba't ibang larangan ng komunikasyon, sa pahayagan o sa himpapawid sa pamamagitan ng radyo at telebisyon. Mandato rin ng IMC ang itanim at pagyamanin ang diwa ng isang ethical at responsableng media. Sa pagdaan ng higit 5 dekada, nasaksihan natin ang pag-usbong ng isang institusyong magtataguyod sa katotohanan at malayang pag-iisip, sa marangal at walang takot na pagpapahayag, at pagsasalarawan ng iba't ibang realidad sa bayan at sa pinakamataas na antas na akademikong pananaliksik sa mga isyu ng lipunan at ng media. Ilang henerasyon ng faculty, estudyante, kawani, pananaliksik ng UP Masscom ang naging bantog dahil sa kanilang katapangan, karangalan, kahusayan sa kanilang larangan, mga pangalan na ngayon bahagi na ng ating kasaysayan at kultura. Kung susubukan kong ilista lahat ng mga ito, tiyak na maubusan tayo ng oras, pero hindi natin kailang ibaling pa ang tingin sa mga talaan ng mga nagkamit ng Gawad Feliciano mulang nagsimula ito noong 2017, noong isang taon. At ngayon, ikalawang pagkakataon na ibibigay ang parangal na ito. Dito natin makikilala ang mga alumni na siyang kumakatawan sa misyon at layunin ng Kolehiyo ng Pagandang Komunikasyon ng UP. At sa inyo, ang mga tatanggap ng Gawad Feliciano ngayong gabi at sa lahat ng UP Masscom alumni na inyong tapat sa mga aral at prinsipyo ng UP, ako po ay nagpapasalamat. Kayo ay nagbibigay karangalan di lamang sa UP, kundi sa bayan. Hindi maaring baliwalain kung gaano kahalaga ang inyong mga ginagawa. Lalo na tayo'y tila nilulunod ng dagsa-dagsang kasinungalingang nagtatago sa tinatawag na fake news or alternative facts. Ang bawat isa sa inyo ay nagsisilbing ilaw sa gitna ng hamog ng kalituhan at kabulaan. Kayo ang nagsisilbing tagahubog sa pag-iisip at kamalayan ng mamamayang Pilipino. Ang inyong pagsisikap at lakas ng loob ang aming inspirasyon. Kaya't sa inyo, maraming salamat po. Sa gabing ito, ako po ay nakikiisa sa inyong kasiyahan, sa inyong muling pagkikita-kita sa inyong mga dating kaklase, guro, kaibigan, o dating kaibigan. Ako rin ay nakikiisa sa inyong pagdiriwang sa tagumpay ng mga pinaparangalan ngayong gabi. At hihinikayat ko po kayo, ang aming mga mahal na UP alumni, na tumulong at makilahok sa aming mga proyekto at gawain. Inaanyayahan ko po kayo na maging bahagi dito bilang mga consultant, mentor, o collaborator ng iba't ibang mga proyekto, hindi lamang po sa UP Masscom, kung hindi sa iba't ibang parte ng universidad. Inuulit ko po, kayong mga UP Masscom alumni ay ang aming katuwang sa paglilingkod sa sambayanan tungo sa makabuluhang pag-unlad. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ang UP Masscom, mabuhay po ang Universidad ng Pilipinas. Maraming pong salamat.
Dean. Once again, would like to thank our major sponsors, Front Row, Ibarra Watches, our co-sponsors, Tape Incorporated, Smart Communications, and Maynilad.
And we have a clarification. The open bar only goes for spirits and hard drinks, but the beer, kailangan nyo pong bilhin. Para naman po makatulong sa UP Co-op.
Very affordable, $50, whether it's pale or light.
Yun. At
Pale
nakatulong
Pilsen.
ka pa.
Yes, $50 lang. All right, just in case you're taking pictures, you want to post it, don't forget a hashtag Glory and Good Times 2018. All right, it's really nice to see all these familiar faces having fun reminiscing with us tonight, Pia.
But we, and especially family, friends, and the Board of Trustees of the UPCMCAA are missing one familiar and well-loved presence. Na-mention na po ni Tita Malu kanina, I'm sure you're all missing Direk Mario J. But I'm sure that he is also watching over all of us tonight.
And unlike Malu, who couldn't contain herself this evening, we'll try to be as sober and do this straight. Mario J. de los Reyes graduated in 1974. with a degree in AB Broadcasting. He was president of the UP CMC Alumni Association during two of the glorious milestones in UP Masscom's history. He had the distinction of serving his alma mater during the 25th anniversary of UP CMC in 1990 on his second year as president. And again, when Direk Mario was persuaded to return to lead the alumni board a full 20 years later, so he could oversee the alumni's role for the UP Centennial Year celebration in 2008.
Direk organized some of the best attended and most star-studded alumni homecomings in He transformed the Clarendon Hall parking lot into a big party zone and mounted memorable entertainment shows.
He made sure to honor the outstanding alumni of the college during its silver anniversary and also organized the Centennial Alumni Awards on the occasion of the university's 100th birthday. It was his vision that helped make the UPCMCAA what it is today.
He touched our lives with his iconic films from High School Circa 65 to Bagets, Saan Darating ang Umaga, to The Unmarried Wife. Marjay was family, friend, mentor, co-worker, and direct. He is truly missed.
Tonight, we have a special guest, also a UPCMC alumni, who has had the privilege of working with Direk Mario and who has come home to us to pay tribute in song. Would you please welcome Mr. Raymond Lauchenko.
Thank you. Thank you for those very kind words, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I was a part of Direk Mario's films, at least 4 of them, and later on, as I became older, as well. But not too many people know that he was also my teacher in script writing in radio.
Bakit ba pinagtagpo? Pala'y maglalayo tayo sa ating buhay. Ang araw na kay ganda, pag nang lumisan ka, ay nagdilim ang kulay. Ang umaga'y nagtampo, hano't kasama mo, luha ang tanging iwan. Kung siya may magbabalik, ako'y nananabik kung kailan at saan. Darating ba siyang kasama ka? Masasalubong man lang ba kita? Subalit ako'y mag-aalala kung ako ay mahal mo pa. Kahit pa anong hadlang, mananatili kang mahal sa aking tunay. May umaga man pala, kung di kanya dala, ito'y walang buhay. Subalit ako'y mag-alala kung ako ay mahal mo ba. dala, ito'y walang buhay. Kung di kanya dala, ito'y walang buhay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll never forget the day that I recorded that song. I was a freshman po sa Mascom. Nagsushooting din po kami nung saan darating ang umaga with Direk Mario. And from school, I had to go to the recording studio bago po mag-report sa shooting. And Mario J was very, very excited that day because alam niya po na I would be recording the theme song which I just sang for you for that film, Saan Darating ang Umaga, which was written by George Canseco. And the minute that I got to the set, Direct Mario was working, but he stopped everything. He asked everybody to stop, and he said, Raymond, give me the cassette. Okay, in those days, cassette pa po. How many of you remember cassettes? Yeah, I'm sure we all do. He stopped all work so that he could listen to the theme song. Of course, I was terrified. I was really nervous because it was, Direct Mario, and he had such high standards. And the funny thing is, wala pong makaproduce ng cassette player. So he was very, very frustrated. He had all his cameras, he had all his lights, but cassette player, none to be found on set. So I meekly raised my hand and I said, Sir, I have a cassette player in my car. So he ran to my car. He locked me out of my car. He was there with my driver and he listened to the song. And I was terrified for like the 4 minutes that he was auditioning the song. And he came out and he goes, it's okay, now everybody back to work. That was Direct Mario in a nutshell. I also had the great fortune of singing the graduation theme in another film that partnered me together with the great Mario de los Reyes. And this graduation theme, of course, is from the film Baguettes. And I understand that the organizers here tonight prepared a very, very special video for you to see. And I'd like to sing the song, if it's all right, as the video plays.
Used to be frightened and scared to try things we don't really understand why. We laughed for a moment, then we started to cry. We were crazy. Now that the end is already here, we reminisce about old tales and cheers, even if our last hurrays were never clear. Farewell to you, my friends. We'll see each other again. Don't cry, 'cause it's not the end of everything. I may be miles away, but this is where my heart will stay with you, my friends, with you. Yesterday's a treasure, today is here. Tomorrow's on its way, look, the sky is clear. Thank you for the memories of all the laughter and the tears. Not to mention our doubts and our fears, the hypertension we gave to our peers. It's really funny to look back after all of these years. Farewell to you, my friends. We'll see each other again. Don't cry, 'cause it's not the end of everything. I may be miles away, but this is where my heart will stay with you, my friends, with you. Farewell to you, my friends. We'll see each other again. Don't cry, 'cause it's not the end of everything. No, no, no. I may be miles away, but this is where my heart will stay with you, my friends, with you, my friends, with only you. With you, my friends, with only you. Thank you.
What a very moving number. Thank you very much, Raymond. And welcome back to UPCMC.
Idol talaga.
Wala pa rin kupas.
Walang upas, sobrang lamig ng boses, ano? Di na kailangan mag-aircon eh.
Galing pa rin mag-sing ni Raymond. Anyway, that was very touching.
Oh, syempre.
And it brought back a lot of memories, lalo na yung poster ng bagets.
Yun. Sumasayaw pa ng ganun dati yan eh, no? Si Sir, no?
It's a pleasure to see you again, Raymond.
Ayan, welcome home, Sir Raymond, ano?
Speaking of welcome home, ikaw, di ba dapat nandito ka rin last year? You were supposed to host, right?
Iya, wag mo nang ipaalala yan kasi nangangarap din akong manalo ng Glory Award.
Darating yun, pero bago yun, mag-host ka muna.
Ayan, syempre, oo.
Tinatanong ko lang kasi I want to know kung alam mo talaga yung story behind the Glory Awards.
Ako pa tinanong mo.
Malapit na yung main event eh. Baka
Oo.
mamaya clueless ka pa rin.
Kasi alam mo, mga millennials na mga katulad natin, ano, ang research natin, ginagawa natin yan sa panonood ng video. Kaya panoorin natin to.
Galing mo doon.
In newsrooms, boardrooms, and classrooms here and abroad, across a multitude of screens, UPCMC alumni are making a big difference. To honor the alumni whose work is nothing less than outstanding and whose impact in their chosen discipline is undisputed, the UPCMCAA created the Glory Awards. They honor the legacy of the founding dean of the College of Mass Communication, Dr. Gloria Feliciano. She is the giant on whose shoulders we all stand.
Oh, di ba, Pia, no?
Mo doon. Prepared ka pala, Ramon. I'm sorry.
Naku naman tayo, di ba?
Well researched.
Oo, marami pa tayong mga kaalamang isi-share dito sa mga alumni natin ngayon.
Katulad ng...
Eto, yung susunod, no? Etong trophy design na tinatawag natin. Ano? Tonight's awardees will receive this beautiful Glory Award trophy. At may kwento rin yan, syempre. Well-researched tayo. Panoorin natin ang video na to.
The Glory Award is shaped like an infinity sign, representing the enduring legacy of Dr. Gloria Feliciano, the founding dean of the College of Mass Communication. The katakataka leaves mirror the leaves at the feet of the oblation and are a symbol of growth and knowledge creation. The sablay, UP's official academic costume, drapes the whole trophy.
Oh, di ba, Miss Pia?
Good.
Yan. Siyempre, the Glory Trophies were crafted with love by a very versatile UP Professor Emeritus. Ako, teacher ko to.
Teacher,
Oo.
strict ba siya? I never had any film subjects eh. What was
Sakto
she like?
lang. Ayan. Naku, mabait yan si ma'am. Naku, multi-talented yan. Tsaka, ang daming alam gawin. Ayan, no? Kaya
Totoo
i-recognize na natin
naman.
siya.
She's very multi-talented. As a matter of fact, she is the director of tonight's event, si Professor Gigi. So marami pong salamat. Let's hear it for everybody's favorite professor of film, Dr. Gigi Javier Alfonso.
Ayan, nandun po siya sa may director's booth. Ayan, si ma'am, oh. Ayun. Siya na nag-direct ng show na to. Siya pa nag-design ng trophy.
Diba?
Yan ang tinatawag na talent. Siya nga pala, the highlights of our Glory Award show tonight will be uploaded soon on TVUP, the online TV station of the university. Abangan nyo yan din sa TVUP.ph.
TVUP na.
Oo, akalain mo, dati DZUP lang.
DZUP lang na
Ngayon.
nandun sa pinakadulo
Oo, ngayon,
ng dial. Mahirap hanapin.
meron ng TVUP.ph. Gift yan ng all UPCMC alumni around the world. Lalo na yung mga, gift natin yan sa kanilang lahat. Lalo na yung mga tinatamad pumunta, tsaka yung mga ayaw magbayad ng membership fee.
fee.
Nood na lang sila doon, di ba?
Sige, hi guys! You're missing out! And we'd also like to acknowledge Dr. Gloria Feliciano's sister, Dr. Aurora Feliciano Bauzon, who joins us in honoring this year's Glory awardees.
Yan.
Dr.
Good evening po,
Bauzon,
ma'am.
thank you po for coming. And the difficult task of choosing this year's awardees was given to a select group of MASCOM experts. Join us in thanking them for their hard work. We begin with acclaimed film, television, and theater director and also an award-winning stage actor whose films include The Flor Contemplacion Story, Sidhi, Aish Temas 1941, Bulaklak ng Maynila, Blue Moon, and Mano Po. Please welcome Mr. Joel Lamangan.
Next, the former news director of CNN Philippines and the ABS-CBN News Channel. He also represents the family of his aunt, Dean Gloria Feliciano, in the Glory Awards Board of Jurors. Mr. Jing Magsaysay. Mr. Jing, greeting po.
The Regional Director for Asia of Oxfam, one of the world's largest humanitarian organizations. She was an awardee for social advocacy at the inaugural Glory Awards last year. In August 2017, the UP Alumni Association also awarded her as one of the university's most distinguished alumna, Ms. Lan Mercado.
Kasama din sa mga jurors natin is the Dean of the UP College of Mass Communication. In 2017, she was appointed to serve as member of the UNESCO National Commission of the Philippines, representing non-government organizations. She was also a former reader's advocate of the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Dean Elena Enriquez Pernia.
Busy si Dean Pernia.
Evening
Hindi
po,
pa
ma'am.
umuupo. The incumbent president of the Public Relations Society of the Philippines and a trustee of the UP College of Mass Communication Foundation. She led the Philippine chapter and served as international director of the International Association of Business Communicators. She received the Gold Quill and Anvil Awards, among many other citations, for her PR work and corporate leadership. Ms. Ritzy Villarico Ronquillo, APR.
Evening po, ma'am. Sunod naman natin, juror. He is the Associate Editor of the Manila Standard and Founding Editor of Computer World Philippines. He is also a professor at the Ateneo de Manila University, specializing in online journalism. In the days before the digital era, He also taught copy editing and layouting for print at UP Mascom. Mr. Chin Wong.
He is UP's Assistant Vice President for Public Affairs and Director of the university's Alumni Relations Office. He also teaches creative writing and comparative literature and is a Palanca and National Book Award winner. The chairperson of this year's Board of Jurors, Dr. Wendell Capili. Sila talaga yung mga lodi eh.
Oo.
Diba?
Pet malu.
Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for the Glory Awards 2018 Board of Jurors. At mga kaplaridel, meron din po tayong mga sorpresang naghihintay, mga regalo para sa mga awardees natin tonight.
Eto, meron pa pala, no? Aside from the Gigi Alfonso Design Trophy, ayan, ano, na
Yes.
magandang i-display.
Oo naman.
Brand ng honor and glory. Our love and undying adulation din ba ang dagdag na reward natin sa kanila?
Bukod pa doon, Ramon, every Glory awardee tonight shall also be receiving, tada! A gift watch from Ibarra. Yan po ay galing sa inyong Alumni Association.
Ayan, maraming salamat po sa Ibarra Manila and its founder and CEO, Mr. Nico Moreno. Sana kaming mga may hawak ng mic ay may magkaroon din ng Ibarra Watch.
Alumni din naman tayo.
Kaya nga, no? Sir?
Okay, before we begin, may we please ask UPCMC AA President Balucho Fagar, Dean Elena Pernia, and UP President Danny Concepcion, or his representative to join us on stage.
Yan. Siyempre, kasama na natin sila. Tatawagin na natin, ladies and gentlemen, the first batch of this year's Glory Awardees.
He is one of those rare filmmakers who knows how to fill theaters with warm bodies, reward producers for their trust, and show critics why he's worthy of respect. He can conjure something fresh and unexpected out of an assignment in any trope-riddled genre. His dramas are soul-shredding dissections of unconventional family relationships, loss, and separation.
Wala akong ginagawang masama! Akala mo lang wala! Pero meron!
His deft execution of historical narratives has helped stem a creeping tide of political amnesia and revisionism. Private Show, the first movie he directed, garnered an astounding 7 Urian nominations and foreshadowed a career that has been nothing less than stellar. Chito Ronyo, director, writer, producer. The winner of the Glory Award for Film.
salamat sa bigay niyo sa akin ng honor dito sa UP. At tagal-tagal ko rin dito. Kaya lang parang first time ako naging bahagi ng alumni na binigyan niyo ako ng parang ganito. Nung una hindi ako makapaniwala, pero dahil sa kulit ni Malu, hindi na sa ako natuwa, parang naging part talaga ang buhay ko ng UP. Unconsciously, ang dami kong naiangat sa showbiz na mga taga-UP. At hindi ako nagsisisi. Yun lang. Siyempre gusto kong pasalamatan ang ating presidente sa Danilo Concepcion kahit na wala siya dito. Si Dean Pinero Pernia, ABP Wendell Capili, at sa trophy na to, si Professor Emeritus Gigi Alfonso, at ang mga professor at mga teacher ng CMC. Of course, si Manu Joa Fagar, na matagal ko na kilala. IMC pa lang siya noon. CMC na siya ngayon. Pero bakit pa rin yung Pilipin yata? Bakit pa rin yung Pilipin? Anyway, hindi ko makakalimutan ang naging bahagi ako ng UP. At siguro hindi ako magiging ganito kung hindi ako enjoy. May na marami natutunan sa mga tao at sa mga, hindi lang sa tao, hindi sa pag-aralan ko sa UP. Ang maganda sa UP kasi, yung community kasi, whether you go theater, music, or architecture, or fine arts, hindi siya parang sa whole community na hindi wala siya mga pader para ibukod-bukod siya. Hindi ko alam kung anong part yung naging theater ko, naging speech and drama ko. Naging professor ko sa Badong Bernal, naging professor sa Tony Mapesa, pero naging professor ko rin sila Evelyn David, sa Churchill Lazaro, nag-halo-halo na yung kumbaga yung turo sa akin, hindi sila nakakalimutan. Salamat UP, and salamat sa award na to.
For nearly 20 years, she's been a voice and a champion of overseas Filipino workers in the Middle East.
4 na buwan na kasi silang di pinapasahod ng kumpanya. Tigil trabaho na rin sila, wala nang makain.
Ang aming po mga pamilya sa Pilipinas ay nagugutom na rin.
Her exposés have led to the liberation of countless Filipinos from inhumane employers and inhuman working conditions.
Hindi lang po 8 hours a day pero 12 hours a day without overtime payment. No day off.
Joseph Urbistondo, jailed for 20 years in Kuwait, got to go home thanks to her tireless campaign to raise funds to pay blood money to the family of his alleged victim. Pinoy Arabia, a radio streaming channel she co-founded, is a lifeline for the distressed, the lonely, and those longing for the sounds of home. She earned her badge as a war correspondent after she survived an ambush and continued reporting during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Through 6 conflicts, she has been the only Filipino reporter covering the stories of OFWs caught in the crossfire. She is a sought-after speaker and resource person and has won multiple awards for breaking through the limits of press freedom in the region. Maxi Santiago, Senior Reporter, Arab Times, Middle East Correspondent and Consultant, ABS-CBN. the winner of the Glory Award for Broadcast Journalism.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Gandang buhay. It feels nice to be back home. Maraming salamat po sa UP-CMC at sa bumubuo po ng UP Glory Award. Maraming salamat po sa pagkilala sa ating pong pagsiservisyo sa ating mga kapwa OFW sa gitna ng silangan. Bilang pagbabalik tanaw po, 18 taong nakalipas, hindi ko po pinangarap na mapagpad po sa gitna ng silangan. Not in my wildest dream. Pero ako po ay dinala doon ng tadhana. Noong una po napakahirap bilang isang mamamahayag ang mapunta sa gitna ng silangan dahil alam naman po natin kung anong klase ang kanilang pamamahayag doon. With all the restrictions, I had to find ways on how to get the message across without getting into trouble with authorities. Sa awa po ng Diyos, 18 taon nakalipas, nandito pa rin po tayo. At sa pagkakataon po ito, nais ko pong magpasalamat sa ABS-CBN, ang aking kapamilya, for the past 18 years, lalong-lalo po sa Middle East Bureau, sa pagbibigay po sa akin ng pagkakataon na maging boses, kaagapay, at kabalitaan ng mga OFW sa gitna ng silangan. Nais ko rin po ibahagi ang aking naging karanasan noong 2003, noong US-led Iraq War, na nagbago po ng aking buhay. Ang buhay ko po ngayon ay bonus na. Bonus ng Panginoon na ako po ay nakasurvive ng ambush nung kami po ay tumatahak mula Baghdad pabalik ng Kuwait. Isang peklat po dahil sa at-least ng AK-47 ang nag-iwan po dito sa aking kanang braso. Ang peklat na ito po ay laging nagpapaalala sa akin dahil bonus na po ito, kailangan gawin ko po ang nararapat kung ano po pwedeng tulong na magawa sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino sa ibang bayan ay gagawin po natin. At bilang alumna po ng UP-CMC, mas lalo ko naintindihan ang ibig sabihin ng mga linya sa UP namin mahal. Malayo mang lupain, aming marating, di rin magbabago ang damdamin. Kaya sa pagkakataon ito, maraming salamat po sa UP-CMC at sa aking pamilya, ang aking mama nandito rin po at si Ma'am Norma, nandito rin ang aking mama. At sa inyo pong lahat, maraming salamat po. Ang UP Glory Award po ay para sa lahat po ng mga kapwa OFW ko po sa gitnang silangan at sa anong panig ng mundo. To God be the glory. Thank you po.
Teka, are you asking me kung nangangaliwa din ako? Hindi ko magagawa sa'yo yun, Vincent. Not me. Pero kaya ko kung gugustuhin ko. So don't provoke me. Dahil hindi lang ikaw ang marunong lumandi.
In an industry that will never experience a shortage of divas, drama queens, and prima donnas, she is a calm, quiet, and nurturing presence. Under her low-key leadership, the entertainment group of GMA has launched numerous high-profile hits like Encantadia, Bulawin, Mahika, Amaya, Darna, Jezebel, and Captain Barbel. She was the executive in charge of production for My Husband's Lover, a runaway success with viewers, critics, and awards show judges. It won Outstanding Original Drama honors at the 5th Golden Screen Awards and was nominated for an International Emmy in the telenovela category and Best Primetime Drama Series at the 2013 Star Awards given by the Philippine Movie Press Club. She was supervising producer of 2 highly acclaimed shows. Munting Heredera was nominated for Best Original Drama at the 2011 Golden Screen TV Awards and Best Drama Series at the 2012 PMPC Star Awards. Amaya was cited by the National Historical Commission and the Department of Education for its vivid and compelling depiction of Filipino lore and legends. A good friend and longtime associate explains her silent but wildly successful working style. She believes there's enough drama happening in front of the camera. There's no need for any behind it. Lilibeth Razonable, Senior Vice President of the Entertainment Group of GMA Network, the winner of the Glory Award for Television Arts.
One of the foremost ideals that the UP Institute of Mass Communication, as it was called during my time, has inculcated in me as a student was to excel in the field of our choice, to rise above the noise, to try to make a difference by finding that unique voice. I am fortunate enough to belong to a network that has supported and encouraged that way of thinking by inspiring us producers along with our creatives to push the envelope, to pursue new perspectives. How fulfilling and gratifying it has been to have had the opportunity to open the minds and hearts of our audiences while entertaining them with programs such as the LGBT soap opera My Husband's Lover, or our fantasy homage to women empowerment and Antalya, or the period series Amaya. How rewarding it is to be given the chance to further educate our audience on timely and relevant issues, or to simply give a voice to marginalized sectors like the little people in Onanay. I fervently hope that our audience, in that brief moment with their favorite TV show, feel a surge of enablement and become inspired to pursue their own perspectives, as I have been lucky enough to do so. I thank all my mentors, most notably Direct Mario J. de los Reyes and Jake Tordesillas, and dedicate this citation to them. I share this distinction with my most loving and supportive dad and mom, and with my brother Manny. Also, I do not think I would have achieved many things in my career without my greatest cheerleaders, my husband Nonoy, and my 3 boys, Miggy, Paolo, and Enzo. Thank you, UP College of Mass Communication Alumni Association, for this most wonderful honor.
When she was a junior reporter, GMA News veterans used to joke that she never went home. You could always find her in the newsroom, and she could always be pulled in for extended duty and extra assignments. One of those assignments was almost her last. While covering the 1989 coup from a rooftop in Corinthian Gardens, she and her crew were mistaken for rebel snipers. When she was head of news gathering, GMA won a large number of local and international awards, including the 2013 George Foster Peabody Award, the highest honor in broadcast news. GMA was cited for its thorough, candid, and compassionate coverage of Typhoon Yolanda and its aftermath. One of the worst hit areas was Tacloban. There was no power. All communications were down. In the first days after Yolanda, the only link Tacloban had with the rest of the country and the world was through GMA newscasts. It was her idea to use the network's news programs to allow survivors to send word to their relatives that they were safe. According to Marisa Flores, the head of GMA News and Public Affairs, she is a skilled editor, a talented writer, and an utterly dependable and responsible news manager who puts accuracy, fairness, and balance ahead of speed. She also possesses a skill rarely found in mass comm students. She's good with math. Grace de la Peña Reyes, first Vice President for News, GMA Network, the winner of the Glory Award for Broadcast Journalism.
Maraming salamat po sa karangalang ito to my peers in the UPCMC Alumni Association. My name might be on that award, but in reality, it took a village to get here. First, I credit my professors in UP for my grounding in broadcast journalism. Second, my past and present bosses in GMA. You know, I consider myself blessed to have worked in a company for more than 30 years now, a company whose ideals and values I share, where integrity and credibility are fiercely protected. To work in a newsroom, where I was mentored by producers and journalists who I admire and respect. To stand shoulder to shoulder with the men and women of GMA News, people in the industry who I think are among the best and the brightest. And also a special shout out to my family, my husband Willie, my children Jacob and Rian, for patiently enduring the demands of my profession and for lovingly understanding that concept na hindi natutulog ang balita. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
And once again, congratulations to our first set of Glory awardees.
Chito Ronyo, Maxi Santiago, Lilibeth Gomez Razonable, and Ms. Grace de la Peña Reyes. Congratulations to our first set of awardees.
Ayan.
And kanina, Ramon, di ba, we were talking about Direk Mario J. and how he was such a familiar face in the halls of UPCMC at sa mga ganitong klaseng events ng UPCMC AA.
Siya talaga yung last year, or kailan ba yun, yung sumunod na mga taon, siya talaga yung mga nangunguna dito. No? So tulad ng sinabi niyo, he is probably watching over us. At para naman madagdagan ang enjoyment niya, we also invited our next special guest to sing one of Direc's favorite songs. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Isabel De Leon.
Sample pa lang po yun. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. It's my honor to be with you tonight. Maraming salamat po sa pag-imbita po sa akin, Miss Lilibeth. Congratulations po sa inyong well-deserved award. And to all the awardees, congratulations. Ako po si Isabel De Leon. And maaaring hindi po natin kasama ngayon si Direk Mario J. De Los Reyes physically. Pero his spirit and his legacy ay patuloy na mabubuhay po sa bawat isa na naririto po. And I'm grateful na nakilala ko po siya. Isa po siya sa aking naging mentor sa pelikulang Magnifico. And pinakamagandang paraan po na pag-celebrate ng kanyang buhay ay tayo pong lahat ay mag-enjoy. Dahil he is such a fun-spirited guy. And kung tayo po'y mag-enjoy tonight, yun po yung pinakamagandang way ng ating celebration ng kanyang buhay. Are you guys ready? The song is entitled, I Won't Last a Day Without You. Paboritong kanta po ito ni Direk Mario J. Day after day, I must face a world of strangers who don't belong. I'm not that strong. It's nice to know there's someone I can turn to who'd always care. You were always there when there's no getting over that rainbow. When you're small.
Thank you so much, Miss Isabel De Leon. I'm sure lahat tayo nostalgic dun sa kanta na yon. Isa sa mga favorite songs ni Direk Mario J. No?
I Won't Last a Day Without You. Originally by Paul Williams, pero pinasikat ng Carpenters yun. In the 70s.
Sa trivia, DJ na DJ talaga, no?
Kasi paborito niya yun, Direk Mario yun.
Ayan.
Okay, in order to continue, ladies and gentlemen, let's again ask the president of the UP College of Mass Communications Alumni Association, Malu Choa Fagar, together with Dean Elena Pernia, and also UP AVP Wendell Capili, to come up again on stage for the next set of Glory awardees.
She literally laughed her way to the top. As the business head of ABS-CBN's comedy unit, she oversaw the creation, development, and production of long-running hits like Banana Split and all its iterations, Going Bolilit, which has garnered nominations and awards every year since it first aired in 2005. Love You, winner for 3 consecutive years at the PMPC Star Awards. And Home Sweetie Home, winner of the Best Comedy Show Award at 6 different competitions.
Mahirap talaga maging pogi. Mahirap talaga maging heartthrob. Mahirap talaga maging pogi. Mahirap talaga maging cutie pie.
She did exceedingly well at the very serious job of bringing laughter into the homes of millions and millions of viewers. When she was executive producer of Home Along the Riles, Okie Dokie Doc, and abangan ang susunod na kabanata, an over-the-top satire of Philippine politics and society that won a bronze medal at the New York festivals. Her boss Carlo Katigbak says, working with her is a pleasure because she's candid, calls a spade, and serves up her unvarnished honesty with an infectious and boisterous laugh. She has the kind of work ethic that says, put me in charge. I guarantee results. Linggit Tan Marasigan, Chief of Staff, Office of the President, ABS-CBN, the winner of the Glory Award for Television Arts.
Ako, kailangan ko ito. Good evening. Thank you very much, UP College of Mass Communication Alumni Association for this Glory Award. May Glory Award ako, but the glory should really be to the Lord our God who made all things possible. Yes, because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Yan ang naging mantra ko sa buong buhay ko since I became a Christian, 45 years na po. And the Lord has always directed my path, my life. Walang aksidente. Everything happened and everything, God has a plan. So I would like to thank all the people, opportunities, work, success, and failures, pains, and joys, and that have come my way. First, sa family ko, kahit nawala ang mama at papa ko. Ang mga kapatid ko, kompleto na dyan. Mga pamangking ko. Sila ang unang humubog sa aking pagkatao. Di ba? Tawag natin doon breeding. At sila ang naging suporta ko sa lahat ng paghihirap, pasakit, at mga... Sila ang laging taga-suporta natin kahit anong mangyari sa atin. Alam natin, andyan ang ating pamilyang totoong susuporta at pwede mong takbuhan. Ang sumunod na humubog sa ating pagkatao ay ating edukasyon. So thank you ako muna sa Uno High School where I spent my elementary and high school years. And dahil maganda pagtuturo doon, ang dali ko rin nakapasok ng UP kahit mahirap pumasok sa UP. Dahil maganda ang foundation. At syempre, dahil mas maganda ang foundation na binigay ng UP, mas madali ako nakapasok sa TV industry. Nakaikot muna ako ng maraming... nag-umpisa ako sa Channel 13, kasabay ko si Lilibeth Razonable. Pero sa Channel 13, tapos nag-ikot muna ako ng maraming stasyon. Channels 4, Channel 7, nag-try din ako. At Channel 9. Channel 5 lang ang hindi ko napuntahan. Pero then I found my home, second family in ABS-CBN, where I have been working and still working for the past 26 years. So I'm very thankful to my current boss, ABS-CBN President and CEO Carlo Katigbak, and my past bosses, sila Mr. Garcia, Boss Gabi, Ma'am Charo, Tita Cory, at sa lahat ng mga naging kapamilya ko, colleagues, staff, crew, artist, mga nakatrabaho ko, at syempre ang aking paborito, si Tito Dolphy. Maraming salamat sa kanilang lahat. I would not have accomplished anything without the help of all the people I worked with in coming up with popular shows like Home Along the Riles, Abangan ng Susunod na Kabanata, Pinoy Big Brother, to name a few. I would not have found fulfillment in serving our people and the country without all the people who have patiently taught me and loved me unconditionally. So, para sa akin, lifetime achievement na itong Glory Award. So, thank you, UPCMC AA, for this recognition. To God be this Glory Award. And sweetie, I know you're proud of me.
She is a winner of the KBP's highest individual honor. As ABS-CBN's senior business reporter, she made the business stories of the day more accessible to a broader audience by demystifying and de-jargonizing economics, finance, and marketing. In over 3 decades of broadcasting, she has done it all: investigative reporter, field correspondent, anchor, host, interviewer. She became the news story herself in 2008 when she was kidnapped by the Abu Sayyaf after she disobeyed orders to disengage and continued chasing a story in Sulu. A year earlier, she was in the middle of the action at the Manila Peninsula siege. Her first big scoop, when she was a junior reporter at PTV4, was the capture of Gringo Honasan. Her reporting caught the attention of ABS-CBN executives who wasted no time getting her to switch networks. These days, the battles she faces are far more civilized. As content acquisition head for the Lifestyle Ecosystem Group, she has to fight for budgets and resources for the stories, videos, and content she needs to bring in clicks, views, subscriptions, advertisers, and revenue. Says Oreña Drilon, the winner of the Glory Award for Broadcast Journalism.
Sa totoo lang po, hindi ko inakalang makakatuntong ako dito at mabigyan ng ganitong karangalan. Thank you very much to the UPCMC and to the Board of Jurors. This more than makes up for the diploma that I did not earn. That's why hindi ko po inakala na mabibigyan po ako ng ganitong karangalan. I'd like to dedicate this to my mother. Mom, can you kindly stand up? If not for her, I wouldn't be here. Madami po siyang sakripisyo para lang makapag-aral ako. At marami rin po siyang dinaanang hinagpis, lalo na nung nakidnap ako. I put her under such a terrible ordeal. I hope this makes up for it. I'd like to dedicate this also to my 4 sons, 3 of whom are here. May you please stand up. You did better than your mama. You graduated. Being a journalist is actually quite a thankless job. You get death threats, you get kidnapped, you get maligned on social media, you get bashed. That's why I'm really, really thankful for this distinction. But we soldier on. And even if I have moved on to the lifestyle beat, the passion to get to the bottom of a story, any story, still burns inside me. And in these challenging times of ours, truth tellers are so vital. And I hope that the best of us will prevail. Marami pong salamat.
In the world's toughest, most unforgiving, and competitive arena for communications and research professionals, she rose to the top market research jobs of Microsoft and giant media agencies. And later, she founded her own thriving communications consultancy. As a senior advisor to Fortune 100 companies and technology startups, she uncovers qualitative insights on a quantitative scale using big data. She published the first industry study showing the higher branding value of ads in online videos versus ads in mainstream television. During Facebook's early years, when access was limited to Ivy League students, she launched one of the first studies into the emerging digital lives of consumers. She won the Global Leadership Award for Marketing Excellence at the 2013 World Brand Congress and was named a Media Week All-Star for Research. She is a mentor of Women in Research, a global nonprofit and the board president of Literature for All of Us, a program dedicated to opening worlds for at-risk inner-city youth by teaching them the joys of opening books. Beth Uyenko, founder, Beth Uyenko and Associates, the winner of the Glory Award for Communication Research.
Hi, I am so incredibly overwhelmed, so incredibly honored by having been chosen. Thank you, UP, CMC, and the jurors, and to my many friends who've shown up for tonight's dinner. Yay! They're all my friends from my big close friends from UPCMC. I am so happy to see them. I have been living in the United States for about 41, 42 years now. I went there fairly quickly after finishing CMC, or IMC at the time. Before I say anything more about what I've done since I left CMC, I really wish to honor Gloria Feliciano for the legacy that she created. She established a culture that truly nourished the talents of many students at UPCMC. For me personally, It was her keen perceptiveness of the role of research in communications. For after all, communications binds us, and it also can divide us. And in understanding how people can use communications to better their lives, to better their relationships, is truly, truly an engrossing career for me. I actually majored in broadcast communications, but I was actually more into communication research before it was really a whole major, which is probably good because I was lousy in all my production courses. So this was quite God-sent. UPCMC shaped me. It shaped me in my career from the mentorship of wonderful professors like Dr. Mercado and graduate assistants like Delia Barcelona. They were the ones who first introduced me to communication research, and I've been fascinated in the whole field since then. There were also the incredible creative interactions with fellow classmates whose friendships I treasure to this day. As I said, communications fuels our society. And I had a wonderful opportunity in my first few years of work to actually work in development communications. And that is also, again, the legacy of having been at UPIMC, led by a dean such as Gloria Feliciano. I've been in media research all of my working career. Research has always put me in the ringside of innovations in media. God, I love media, and I've seen media ebb and flow with innovation, and it's been very exciting. It's always placed me in the ringside of all the things from analog to digital. And it's also put me in a ringside seat in terms of understanding all the different innovations that we have in communications research and understanding consumers. It's been quite a wild ride working at advertising agency globally, working for Microsoft, leading international research operations for a digital research company. And all through that, I have to say, I have a wonderful, patient husband, Steve Chateau, who I am still madly in love with and puts up with all my craziness. Thank you to him and my family and to everybody at UP. I am a child of UP. My parents were professors at UP. It is in my blood. Thank you.
He was all of 19 years old when he started out as a cub reporter for ABS-CBN, covering the police beat, foreign affairs, Manila City Hall, and the unrest and demonstrations of the late 60s and early 70s. He broadcast the carnage of the 1971 Plaza Miranda bombing to millions of horrified radio listeners, an experience he nonchalantly described as just another day in the life of a reporter. It was, in his words, not that typical, not that unusual either. When Marcos imposed martial law and made it a crime to think independently, he shifted to the corporate world and eventually became a board member of the Public Relations Society of the Philippines. After the ouster of the Marcoses, he returned to journalism. He became ABS-CBN's news director, assumed editorship of the Manila Chronicle, and played a critical role in the launch and organization of ANC, the ABS-CBN news channel. Loyal followers of his long-running column appreciate his relaxed and informal writing style. He doesn't make the reader work too hard. He makes reading a pleasure, which is the exact opposite of how the incompetent, the crooked, and the high and mighty feel when they find themselves in his crosshairs. Bu Chanco, columnist of the Philippine Star, the winner of the Glory Award for Journalism.
Good evening. I'm sure Dr. Gloria D. Feliciano is smiling up there as she watches us today. She's probably shaking her head that one of her headaches when she was Dean of IMC, as we knew it then, is getting, of all things, a Gloria Award. Dr. Feliciano is probably the kindest, soft-spoken, and most patient academic I've ever met. That's how she won our hearts. She tried really hard to understand and accommodate students like me with a skeptical attitude and mindset of a journalist. IMC at that time was an experiment, and GF, as we called her, was open to a lot of suggestions as we were about to graduate. We met with her on behalf of the Joint Club to propose some changes in the curriculum. The changes would no longer affect us, but we thought future students will benefit from getting more social science courses like political science, sociology, economics, and history. We thought a focus on writing and production courses make IMC look like a trade school. To our surprise, she agreed, and goes to show how open-minded she was. To reciprocate, I took up communications research as my area of study in the graduate level when martial law gave me time to go back to school. I know I would have made GF proud and happy if I did my thesis to complete my graduate studies, but life and career got in the way. The value of a UP mass comm education is in the way we were trained to think, not in how to write a story or direct a program or a show. My career eventually took me into broadcast journalism, advertising, and public relations, print journalism, and back to broadcast news. I have to thank the likes of Professor Hernando Abaya, Armando Malay, Amando Doronila, Jose Luna Castro, and Luis Teodoro, who developed my critical thinking. The Gloria Award is as much a recognition of what my professors have been able to accomplish in making the mass media professional that I became. I want to thank them today. In this age of social media, I want to pass on the secret of success they taught me. Read, 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 and then read some more before you write even one line. The night will not be complete without recognizing our heroes behind the scenes during our mass comm years. There is Aling Suming, who helped us clear bureaucratic red tape inherent in a government institution. Then there is Mang Joning, whose job was to ensure the cleanliness of our surroundings. But it was also Mang Joning who taught me and the late Noel Cabrera rudiments of working in the darkroom photo equipment that Mascom got from UNESCO that no one was using. Finally, a big thank you to Tessa Hasmines, who patiently helped me get my undergrad thesis done. I got my first job at ABS-CBN as an undergrad, and I didn't think a diploma was necessary for a great career in journalism. In fact, my father loves martial law because of martial law, I managed to finish my degree. But Tessa's patience eventually let me have that diploma a few years after I should have. Buti na lang, and salamat to Mascom family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations once again to our awardees. Lingitan Marasigan for Television Arts, Cesorena Drilon for Broadcast Journalism, Beth Uyenko for Communication Research, Bu Chanko for Journalism. Congratulations to all of you. I hope you are all enjoying yourselves today. Marami pa kami mga sorpresa para sa inyong lahat. Please do not forget to use the hashtag Glory and Good Times 2018 when you post sa social media tonight.
Ayan. Tama ka, sir. May pa-dinner pa tayo. Tsaka syempre, yung raffle. Thanks again to our sponsors, Front Row and Ibarra Watches, and our co-sponsors, Tape Incorporated, Smart Communications, and Maynilad.
And don't forget, yung souvenir programs, they are available. They're still available outside at the lobby. Get yourself a copy for only $100 each. I'm sure itong next guest natin maraming makikising-along sa kakantahin ito for us tonight.
Ayan, tama ka. Unang mga linya pa lang ng song, marami nang makikikanta dyan. Kaya guys, okay lang, huwag kayong mahiya. Eto, grand finalist ito. Pasintabi lang, no? Ng second season ng Tawag ng Tanghalan. So, matindi talaga to. Pakilala na natin siya, friends.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's all welcome Steven Paisu.
Yeah!
Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po sa pag-imbita niyo sa akin.
We had the right love, had the wrong time. I guess I always knew inside I wouldn't have you for a long time. Those dreams of yours shining on distant shores, and if they called you away, I have no right to make you.
Steven, now may we please ask AVP Wendell Capili, Dean Pernia, and CMCAA President Malucho Fagar to join us on stage once again for the final set of Glory awardees.
For millions of Filipinos living and working abroad, his brainchild, the Filipino Channel, is a life support system. It's comfort food for the soul, a daily dose of Pinoyness. It's one of the most successful Asian language pay TV services, and it now makes up a significant portion of ABS-CBN's revenue streams. He oversaw the public relations campaign of the biggest, most spectacular corporate celebration of 2003, the 50th anniversary of ABS-CBN. He supervised the development and publication of Kapitan, the story of ABS-CBN, winner of the 2006 National Book Awards. After 22 years of corporate work, he shifted careers and became chief strategist of the ABS-CBN Foundation. He was the chief driver of the development of Kapit Bisig para sa Ilog Pasig, a partnership of private businesses and government whose unimaginably difficult goal was and is the cleanup of the Pasig River and all its tributaries. To drive awareness for the project, he masterminded Run for the Pasig River, a Guinness World Record-setting advocacy run with over 116,000 runners. The event won Quill and Anvil Awards for integrated messaging. Monchet Olives, Chief Brand Officer, Philippine Realty and Holdings Corporation. Vice Chairman, ABS-CBN Foundation. The winner of the Glory Award for Broadcasting.
Thank you very much. When Malu called me and told me I was going to receive an award, I thought, oh my God, why? What did I do to deserve something as important as this? In my career at ABS-CBN, I have had the distinct pleasure of working for the father, Eugenio Lopez Jr., the son, Eugenio Lopez III, and the Holy Spirit, Gina Lopez. I've also had the pleasure of having the best mentors that you can have after a UP education. Charo Santos Concho, Rolly Cruz, and Freddy Garcia. Today, I'm quite retired, and I actually work with CES in our lifestyle ecosystem, and I continue to work in the foundation. But what I would like to tell you is that I graduated by virtue of a revolution in 1986 and left the University of the Philippines to a new free country. I'm a strong believer in faith, and as it goes, the universe conspired to bring me to ABS-CBN. I come from a family of patriots. I'd like to say that. In my heart, I'm a Diokno. But what could I do? I mean, there was no public office. I was young, bold, brazen, and crazy. I felt that what we needed was, in the new world of ABS-CBN, was to hope to make our nation great. The Filipino channel was, I will tell you, the heck of the craziest idea that we've ever thought of in the network. It was something that, at that point in time, who thought that we would be able to reach Filipinos around the world? It was driven by a vision of Eugenio Lopez Jr., who, in his Martin Luther King way, said, in his I Have a Dream, he said that wherever there is a Filipino, ABS-CBN must be there. The Institute at that time and my mentors taught me one thing. It is to think outside the box. Change only happens if you are true to the service of your country. And that is what this award is about. And this university and my college are what we are because we give insight to things that happen. Who are the real disruptors? They are the people gathered in this room. They are people who have been part and parcel of my growing up years. This is what we are at the University of the Philippines, College of Mass Communications. Before I end, I would like to tell you honestly, in my heart, I am still a little boy with dreams and ideas. And I get sentimental, sorry. And I want to thank my siblings who are here tonight. They came and joined me. And I think most of all, it's like I want to thank my wife, Margie, who's always felt that ABS-CBN was my mistress, and she was only second. And thank you, Margie, for everything. Thank you.
A firm believer in balanced reporting, she has done the news for ABC5, the GMA Network, and ABS-CBN, where she was the supervising producer of The World Tonight. She is a co-founder of Verifiles, a beacon of truth in these dark ages of alternative facts and propaganda masquerading as news. She was elevated to the Hall of Fame of the Jaime V. Ongpin Awards for Excellence in Journalism after winning its top prize thrice. She uncovered how billions in government funds were used as doleouts to local officials to ensure Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo's win in the 2004 elections. She co-wrote a 4-part series exposing the suspiciously hasty approval of numerous expensive contracts with independent power producers during the Ramos administration. She co-authored a series of stories about the unexplained wealth of President Joseph Estrada. Luz Rimban, Executive Director of the Asian Center for Journalism, co-founder Verifiles, the winner of the Gloria Award for Investigative Journalism.
Thank you, Dean Pernia, Dr. Wendell, to the family of the late Dean Gloria Feliciano, CMC Alumni Association, the jurors. Thank you very much for this award. I'd like to thank my parents who are here, Artemio and Josefina del Rosario. Palakpakan naman dyan. And my husband, Boyet. Thank you for the love and the support all these years. Alam niyo po, 4 generations of family members of my family went to UP, starting with my grandfather up to my niece and nephew. So UP is really very close to our hearts. But before UP, there was St. Paul College Parañaque, high school batch, 1978, 4 Red. And I'm proud to belong to that group of feisty and fun women. Out of 49 students in that section, 14 studied in UP. So in their behalf, I'd like to thank UP and the Filipino taxpayers for our education. Alam niyo po, it's this tribe of family and friends that have helped me through this very toxic and stressful career that is journalism. Alam ni Ces yan, in fact, it's called stress drillon, di ba? So every day, you live with bad news. You cover crimes, catastrophe, crazy and corrupt politicians every day, whom you face, and you have to face them straight-faced, even if they lie. You know that they're lying. It's also a very competitive career. Sometimes within the network or within your organization, you have bashers, you have backstabbers and all those things. And then sometimes we have to deal with producers and editors who often forget to say thank you or good job or even kumain ka na ba? Imagine coming back from a coverage, a disaster, bedraggled, tired, and hungry. And then the first thing that your editor will say is, "Nasaan ang storya mo? Bilis." That's the kind of life we live in journalism. And now that I'm in the academe, I see psychologists who say journalists are probably undiagnosed sufferers of post-traumatic stress disorder. And we're late for our doctor's appointments. So why are we here? Why do we do this? For me, the answer is simple. Before I was a journalist, I was a reader and I was a viewer. And to me, being able to tell that story is really a big challenge. I know the riveting power, the life-changing power, the mind-blowing power of a good story. And for me, that's what I want to do. So, in this day and age, in our dark moments in this administration, we journalists, we in the media, we are the eyes and the ears of the people. We are the voice of the powerless and the silenced. Let's be the light in these dark times. Mabuhay ang UP-CMC, mabuhay ang UP-CMC Alumni Association. Maraming salamat.
Fernando Sepe Jr., photojournalist, deputy editor for multimedia, ABS-CBN, the winner of the Glory Award for photojournalism.
Hindi ako masyado... Hindi ako masyado sanay sa ganito eh. Honestly, I'm not so sure what got me here. I was a bad student. In UP, that means being average. I also had one failing grade. But when I say I was a bad student, I meant as a student of the college. I did not tambay in Plaridel Hall, but in Vincent's Hall at the office of the Philippine Collegian. I had no organ mass comm. I only went to the college for my classes and occasionally to check in with Aling Suming to ask her how many more units I had to go. Of course, she always had the answers, just like for every student back in her time. Such an amazing woman, isn't she? Okay, I was so bad that I even fought with my thesis panel. And this is the story of that failing grade. To make a long story short, I wanted it done my way. In college, being bullheaded is never a good idea. Kaya ayun, 5. Ma'am Gigi Alfonso won't probably remember that episode, but I do. But then I moved on, and eventually I got a 1.25 for my final thesis the next sem. But more importantly, I carried with me the learnings from that experience. Now, this would sound really mean, but I even discourage incoming freshmen and sophomores from taking up journalism. Sabi ko noon, kumuha na lang sila ng history or economics or comparative literature. Remember the 21 units or thereabouts of free electives? I took in any available subject so long as it would allow me to graduate. Fortunately, I fell into the hands of such luminaries as Professor Luis Teodoro, Professor Alfonso, Professor Luis Beltran, the last time he went back to the college to teach. Also, Professor Armin Vallejo noon, ngayon Santiago na. You know, in my katamaran, I took up a basic photography class knowing I could ace it because I was already a practicing photographer. And I did ace it. But it didn't occur to me that the institutional way of teaching photography would serve me later when it was my time to teach. I went back to my notes in AVC 111 and used that as a basis for my first syllabus. No kidding. I can still show you my Stradmore notebook to prove it. So my first message to young communicators, ako si Jun Sepe, wag tularan. You can definitely be a more conscientious student than I ever was. The second lesson, be open to learning from anything or anyone, whether in conversation with Don Jaime Isabel de Ayala, the photographer who sponsored my thesis, or the taxi driver who shuttles you at 2 in the morning. You can pick up something useful, and they too can learn from you. That very moment you decide to be a journalist is also the beginning of an inevitable exposure to countless fields and places of interest. I used to think that liberal arts subjects in college were nothing unusual. Well, I couldn't have been more wrong. In our chosen discipline as communicators, one must absorb everything. So be a sponge, never stop learning, so that when the time comes that they will squeeze you, you will have something to give. Lastly, please do not forget to drop by my small gift outside for the homecoming, that small exhibit, an exhibit of a few works of mine at the back. Thank you to UP Mascom, to UP CMCAA, and to the Board of Jurors. And to my wife, Myra, who's here with our three sons, Eli, Ito, and Mio. I love you all very much. To God be the glory.
After spending most of her career fighting for market share in behalf of her agency's clients, she now spends most of her time fighting for something close to her heart: the inclusion of people with special needs into mainstream society. Her son Andreas was diagnosed with global development delay when he was 3 years old. In her words, at the time, there were no support groups for his particular type of disability. I didn't know where to go, whom to see, where to find what I needed to know. What started as a way to deal with her son's condition is now a foundation committed to build schools that will equip special children with the skills they'll need to live with some form of independence and dignity. Her stamina as a fundraiser is surpassed only by the creativity and passion she brings to each project she stages. This creativity and passion was on full display in a documentary she produced, a moving hour-long glimpse into the lives of 2 children and 1 adult with special needs from varying social backgrounds. It's tender without being indulgent, confessional without being melodramatic, and real without being harsh. And its message rings true and clear. When you embrace the potential and promise of persons with special needs, you embrace your own humanity. Dolores Cheng, founder of the Center for Possibilities Foundation, chairman of Manprom 360, the winner of the Glory Award for Allied Communication Disciplines Advocacy.
I am learning a bit late in life that there are miracles lurking in the unexpected. When my son was born to be differently abled, that was unexpected. Yet after a lifetime of searching for the meaning of my life, I now know what it is meant to be. It is to be his mother and help him and the rest of the world discover the beauty and the promise of the exceptionality. That's the first miracle. This award is unexpected, though much appreciated and certainly most cherished. To be given an encouraging nod by people who are both my fellow travelers on this communication journey and my teachers alike, when all I am doing is simply to follow my bliss, is a precious gift. That's the second miracle. I had a second child that I lost, yet have never forgotten 22 years and counting. But through the heaven-sent gift of my sons, I have discovered that I can and must love all children, especially those thought to be unlovable or different. Children who are differently abled, because special children are children first and special second. That's the spirit behind the Center for Possibilities Foundation and the third most compelling miracle. So thank you to my beloved alma mater for this recognition. Thank you for waking me up to and preparing me to live in a world enriched and empowered by communication. Thank you for the MASCOM friends, the mentors, my special co-advocates in this journey of special needs, and a precious sister, Judy, and my brother-in-law, Larry, here tonight, who have filled my heart with the memories of infinite lifetimes. And most of all, thank you for helping me and the children I love dwell in a realm of unlimited possibility with your help and support. Maraming salamat at mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you, Dolores, and congratulations to all our Glory awardees for 2018.
May we request all of them to come up stage so for one last photo op together with all the awardees.
And we'd also like to call Dr. Aurora Bauzon to join us for this very special photo op. And by the way, guys, we know that a lot of you are already hungry.
Go
and
ahead.
some of you have already
Started.
snuck out some
Yes.
snacks. So dinner is served. Go right ahead. Go for the buffet tables while we are taking this picture.
Yes, take your place here. Here, on the stairs? On the stairs, yes. Better, so there will be a elevation.
Once again, we'd like to congratulate our awardees, Direk Chito Ronyo, Maxi Santiago, Lilibeth Gomez Razonable, Grace de la Peña Reyes, Linggit Tan Marasigan, Ces Oreña Drilon, Beth Uyenko, Bu Chanko,
Then there's Monchet Olives, Luz Rimban, Fernando Sepe Jr., last but not least, Dolores Cheng. And you may line up for the buffet table, but hold on to your raffle stubs because we have a raffle.
we still have big prizes to give away. We want to thank our major sponsors for these. Front Row, Ibarra Watches, Tape Incorporated, Smart Communications, Maynilad.
And don't forget, may sayawan pa, may kantahan, bukod sa raffle,
may open bar.
May open bar. There's, don't forget to get your souvenir program, $100 each. And pale and light San Miguel beer is available at $50 each. We have an open bar for liquors and other drinks.
And don't forget to post your pictures and put the hashtag Glory and Good Times 2018.
Congratulations to all our Glory awardees, all 12 of them, on tonight's 2018 Glory Awards. We'd like to thank you all for coming.
And I'm sure it's great to be seeing fellow students from mass communication, from CMC again tonight.
Long lost friends. And it's a special delight to have you,
Even professors
yes, and the dean.
who up to now still give you shivers down your spine.
Terror ba, terror?
Hanggang ngayon, medyo may konting takot pa rin.
It's more of reverence.
what a wonderful addition to your trophy cabinet. This wonderfully sculpted trophy by Professor Gigi.
This will certainly embellish their centerpiece in their living room or in their music room.
And most especially because it comes from your alma mater, from
Yes.
UPCMC.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations to our Glory awardees for 2018.
Congratulations, y'all.
Palakpakan po natin
Palakpakan
sila.
po natin.
Talaga namang sila ang ating hashtag alumni goals. Sana ay tularan kayo ng future UP-CMC graduates. And speaking of future CMC graduates,
Future.
alam nyo ba that UP-CMCAA recently launched a program to assist UP-CMC students who are making their theses.
Okay.
Kung kailangan nila ng financial assistance, especially the film majors
Oh,
who
yeah.
have to make actual movies as their thesis, they can approach UP-CMCAA
All right.
and ask for a grant.
That's-
Isa sa mga projects ng UP-CMCAA yan.
That's very unprecedented.
Pero bago ang lahat, syempre, papakilala muna natin yung pangalawang pinakagwapong lalaki dito sa building na ito.
After you.
Next kay Sir,
Ah!
Sir Hillbilly Willie.
Hindi.
Ako pangatlo lang ako.
Ibang klase ka rin talaga.
Isa siya sa pinakamalaki at pinakamahalagang talents ni Direk Mario.
Ayan.
Minentor talaga siya ni Direk Mario at shinape what he is today as an actor.
Ayan.
Kaya mga kaibigan, let's put our hands together for Mr. Ruru Madrid.
Hello, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Yan, congratulations po sa lahat ng mga nabigyan ng parangal ngayong gabi. Yan, aalayan ko po kayo ng isang awitin kung saan pinapatunayan po dito ang forever sa pagmamahalan. So, kung alam niyo po yung kanta, sana po sabayan niyo po ako. Tayo ay matanda na, sana'y di tayo magbago. Kailanman, nasaan may ito ang pangarap ko, makuha mo pa.
Alright!
Thank you so much, guys, and I had fun.
Thank you, Ruru!
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruru.
Thank you po. I'm going.
Thanks for helping out, Ruru.
Thank you, thank
We'd
you.
also like to thank Nico. And congratulations to all our raffle winners and special award winners.
Yan.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Tuloy-tuloy yung party natin, no?
May kantahan, may inuman, may sayawan, anything goes later on. But before we do our thing, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have an acoustic duo.
All right. Please welcome Dindo and Ryan.
Yay!
Bye. Good night, everyone. But it ain't over yet. It ain't over. It ain't over.
Here's to the old times and the best of the ones. Here's to a song of glee. Finding our way from illusions to reality. hoping to wake up from this madness, hoping to see you smile, pushing our way through minutes of yours and mine.